I lost the footage to this double brilliant move that I played on stream, which is so heartbreaking, but at least I can show it to you here. I never play the Benoni. I never play c5 or knight f6, c5 against d4, and so in this game I did, and I kind of managed to have a great attack from my, lesser skills in Benoni. And so here my plan is to play rook g8 here and kind of attack on this g file. I have the black pieces. My opponent plays queen f2 to defend well, and now I play knight f6. It's a mistake here, but it's part of a plan, right? We're trying to play bishop h3 now, threatening this g2 square more. Bishop takes is a mistake, queen takes, and now we're still threatening this. Rook d1, and now we just go on with bishop h3, which is refuted with probably the only move in this position that doesn't lose, g4. g4 lets in for passant, of course. Queen moves, and now you have to continue the attack, but there's a lot of things in the way. You can't really just have an open file, checkmate the king. So I play knight g6 to try to play knight f4. Question of putting a knight on a great square. e5, I think white is just trying to create a breakthrough for themselves. Maybe queen here, form a battery with this bishop, or even knight here to take up the square. Knight e4 is played indeed, and now queen h4. Very nice square for the queen. I'm setting myself up here very nicely with knight f4. Though, after knight e6, I have the first brilliant move in this position. Try to pause the video and solve this problem. It's 2 consecutive, back-to-back brilliant moves. I hope you find it. In this position, after 30 seconds of realizing I had one of the most amazing combinations of my life, straight up, I played the magnificent move, bishop f1. Bishop f1 is a triple sacrifice bishop sack. You're sacrificing the bishop. If the king takes, it's just mate. That's just a cutie pie of the variation. Here, if queen takes, the queen is off of h2, you have queen h2 mate. And now if rook takes, which happened in the game, I'm so blessed my opponent didn't resign here, then you have the follow-up, another bishop sack. I mean, this is just heroic in some terms. Here, the bishop sack is to blockade this f2 square. Whatever you do to block it, or whatever you do to take the bishop, it's gonna take off of h2, and I'll have mate. And if you block the square, rook f2, I have the same mate of before, because now the rook is pinned, cannot take my queen, right? King f1, and this is mate. And if queen f2, then we have mate on h2. Now, if king g2, we have queen h2 mate. So, after bishop e3, I think my opponent did this, and I missed mate in 2 here. For some reason, I took, and it was mate just a couple moves later. I did double check on the king with the rook, king back, and then rook g1. Very, very fancy checkmate with this queen emprise. Super, super nice. This one's for the books. I hope you enjoyed this short video. This is a sack 1 of 1, 2, 3 options, and of 1, 2, 3, 4 options. A 7 options sack, which makes it the highlight of that stream. I had to end the stream there because you have to end it at a high point. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a brilliant day, and see you next time.